Let's go. Let's see how this is going to start off.
It's a true combo. So this is definitely going to be interesting because this is Mr. R on the winner's side. I'm pretty sure he got out of his pool without dropping a game. I'm pretty sure Dath was also the same way. Although Dath came close, Slenderman, a Link main from Chicago, gave him a little bit of a run for his money in pools. I do remember that set did go to game 3.
Yeah, Slenderman is a very notable Link. That guy was giving people the hands on the other stream setup. Also, if you guys want to see
the NA
free agent, man.
Yeah.
Hit this man up.
Yeah, hit my homie up, Mr. R. Anyway, so we're going to go into this first match. Going to Town and City, I actually like this series of Sage Strikes because this is definitely a little bit in Dath's favor.
He does have that 11 sword that can kill very early off the top with that strength.
Yeah, so Town and City is definitely going to help with checkmate setups and also getting those super early kills. But once again, this is Mr. R's very special quality with Sheik is that his neutral is so on point, and he also has the technical aspects of that. So it's
also, on the contrary, Sheik, just as a character, has some awesome kill power off the top as well with that up B and also the up air. So it's kind of like that mutual benefit for both characters. Yeah, it's kind of just a comfort pick.
Yeah, that's going to have to be very wary of those 50-50 setups that Mr. R has access to. And right out the gate, you can see that Mr. R is just kind of poking away, getting all the damage that he needs to get Dath into just around kill percent.
And not only just keeping Dath in that high percent, he's also just keeping Dath in the corner right now. Dath hasn't actually been in the center of the stage for a little bit now because Mr. R is just putting on that pressure.
Yep, and that's just, once again, that ruthless neutral control that Mr. R has. Yep. As soon as he gets center stage, it's very hard to get it back from him. And out of ammo there, and that's going to be really hard for Dath coming up here. 147.
Ooh, and I like Mr. R not overcommitting to anything, knowing that Dath can definitely deliver a very aggressive option to get back into the stage.
Yeah, he's showing his patience right now, just kind of waiting for his time to go in and get that one little hit that he needs.
And evading all
right there.
Of these projectiles, getting a quick bouncing efficient, and that'll be the stock.
Just bouncing right over that thunder and getting that first stock, only taking a bit of percent, so this is definitely a very huge lead, and Mr. R is looking to open up even further.
Wow, Mr. R crouching right under the L thunder.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Dath definitely has to work around is Sheik's crouch can go under a couple of Robin's projectiles. I think it stops at Arc Thunder, and it definitely stops at Thoron, so this is one of those situations where those projectiles that you see right there,
checkmate! And checkmate. That is something Mr. R has been trying to avoid this whole match, but finally, if you tried enough times, Dath is going to get it.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that because he is super good at landing that equalizer. And that puts him back into the game.
But still, being at 72%, Mr. R is definitely looking to start closing the stock out soon, like the next.
Oh, the two-frame down tilt.
Let's go.
Oh my God, that was so smart.
The reaction time just to go to the up smash right away after getting the two-frame.
That also catching a little bit of the bad DI from the two-frame. It's just 121. This is definitely a huge lead right now.
Yep. Dath definitely needs to start finding a way to get back into this match because Mr. R is not giving him any chances.
I don't think he jumped. Oh, but Elwin's going to be able to make it back. Over there. 152. Just one more straight hit away, and that back air that's going to
not take it
not quite.
Just yet.
And using that grenade to his best.
And see, once again, that patience just covering Dath's options to get onto stage.
182.
Mr. R has posted a floor chart of what he does whenever he has an opponent on ledge, so he's just going through that.
But this is still, even though that this is a high percent, this is still kind of going to be rough to find that one little straight hit that Sheik needs to kill, but that forward air, that's going to close it out at almost 200%.
Yeah, Mr. R at that point definitely wasn't sleeping because that strength that Robin has and how light Sheik is as a character could definitely change that game and the pace of it as well.
So you can see that Dath's kind of thinking about what he really needs to do going into this next match. And he had a little bit going in that first game where he did get one really good setup into checkmate. So he's just going to have to think about maybe what stage to go to unless, considering what they ban and what they don't ban.
Yeah. It's gonna be really hard for Dath to kind of adapt because he's gonna go right back to Town and City, but still, it's gonna be hard because he still needs to find those perfect moments to throw out Arc Thunder and get that checkmate setup. Because if he throws it out liberally, then Mr. R can just punish him with bouncing fish or just crawl right under.
Yeah, what he needs to do is he really needs to slow down the pace of the game to Robin's playstyle, because Robin is a very slow, methodical, tactical character. I mean, tactician. You got to play it by your rules. And if you're letting Mr. R just completely dominate, you're just fighting a losing battle.
Yep.
So, and right here, you can just see this is one of those things that Mr. R does really well. As soon as you're by the ledge, you're not coming back on for a long time because his edge guarding is so vicious and so hard to get around.
But once again, Mr. R just finding his way to get back in.
He just ducks under it. It's just like ducks under that projectile. That's just so rough for Robin to get in for any of that.
Oh, and you know he's fishing for something after that falling nair.
Well, one more of that, and then Robin could go into the untechable spin.
Oh, the pivot grab, too.
Fancy stuff. Okay. I see you, Dath.
Mr. R not even letting Dath recover in any way possible. Oh, my goodness. He's at already jump. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're about to get the stomp anyways.
That was clean. That was just, and that was also lightning quick, too. That was that instant dive kick. That was like, that demon flip Akuma kick. Okay, and here we go. Here's the strings. This could be dangerous.
Oh my goodness!
Not
stopping just yet.
He does not have a jump, but he's just barely.
86%. A quick 2-stock. This is best of 5, so Dath has one game to work with. But Mr. R is just look at this man right now. He's looking around. He's like, whose man's this?
That last stock was gross. And also, just as a reminder, like my man said, all of top 32 is best of 5.
So he does have one more game to work with.
And we'll also see plenty of room for comebacks. So
I think we're going to see Town and City one more time. Yeah, thinking maybe there's something else. Maybe you can get a smaller stage like Smashville so it's kind of closer, but then that kind of helps Mr. R too, because Mr. R is such a rushdown character. So you never know. He doesn't want to go to Battlefield because then Mr. R has those platforms to get around his projectiles. So I don't know. I feel like Town and City is the way to go. Yeah, thinking very hard about this. This is his last game until he goes to losers. So
he needs to get something started. He needs to get something started soon. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see the run back. Yes, there it is to Town and City. I don't know. I feel like maybe a switch to a different map, something to mix it up a little bit. I would imagine maybe Battlefield would have been another really good choice for Robin, because that's another area that Robin really thrives in is close quarters combat. Because the drawback from Town and City is that main stage platform. It gives Sheik plenty of room to run around and just kind of dance around Robin's options.
And we definitely see Mr. R dancing.
You could just see Mr. R just doing that. He's just utilizing his movement, trying to look for cross-ups, and just poking away, trying to find that opening that he needs to go in and get that damage.
But I feel like we're seeing Dath be a little bit more liberal with his aerials than deciding to stay back and throw out projectiles, and it looks like it's working out in his favor. Actually keeping it neck and neck right now against Mr. R, actually having the percent lead.
Once again, it's that mentality. You need to slow it down to your pace, and only your pace.
Make Mr. R play your game, and also just control what you're going on with. He's throwing out those projectiles as a bait, then throwing out a back air or even a forward air.
It's all a heavy footsie-based game. And right now, Dath has managed to keep it really close. Oh, no.
But no tech,
Too
boys.
Close. That was really close to the wall. I'm pretty sure that might have been an untechable, but either way, that is huge for Mr. R.
We are on Town and City, and Sheik is very light, so Robin can get a checkmate in probably in the next 15 or 20%, and that might be curtains.
It could be it.
Or just curtains
just
right now.
There. And just like he said, that equalizer. And Dath just has that mentality of, okay, well, if I see that opening, I'm just going to go for it. He cannot afford to waste time with that. He needs to keep this even, and he needs to keep this even as often as he can. Here we go. But this is the grabs of the jabs. That's 40 damage right there.
A lot more different than what we saw the first game. We did see Dath get the checkmate, but then Mr. R ran away with the lead. But now Dath is bringing it back. Let's see if he can keep it there.
Once again, it's the
option coverage.
Once again, Mr. R's edge guarding. It's coming into heavy play right here, but he manages to sneak around, get back on.
Dath not able to keep Mr. R in the corner. Mr. R just turning it back into an advantage state, and he's still keeping Dath at the ledge.
Heavy corner. Oh, good tech. He's back on. Now it's Dath's turn.
Good damage.
Avoiding the taxi platforms. Away.
There's the grab.
That's it.
Oh, no, but he didn't go for the checkmate right away.
He recognized that he was not in percent, so he just decided to let him fall out of it. But now he's definitely with approaching percent.
And Dath even being more liberal with the arc fire as well, trying to see if he can set Mr. R up for a setup. This is getting very much to the end of the set.
It is very much down to the wire. Ledge
Will
trump.
Dath take it to a game
Does not have
4?
invincibility, but manages to get around that recovery.
Oh man, Mr. R putting on the pressure
Oh,
with the
the
needles,
bouncing
but
fish.
calling out the charge, and that is going to be 3-0 in a handshake. Dath putting up a show on that game 3 though.
Yes, that
Definitely
was
showing adaptation.
That was really good adaptation at the end, but Mr. R just, once again, he's just so ruthless in his neutral that it is very hard to adapt to a player like him, where he just seems to play perfectly every single stock, where you just land and all of a sudden, okay, I'm all over you, I'm going to be winning neutral, and then you're out here.
And you can even tell Mr. R kind of knew what he was doing against Robin, knowing what projectiles to duck under and what to just roll around and keep the pressure on.
Yeah,
not
he showed his
letting
library
Dath
card.
charge.
He had a lot of matchup knowledge.
For sure.
Yeah.